from my first steps on the World's Strongest Man stage in 2017 to becoming a 3-time World's Strongest Man in 2024. It's been an unbelievable ride. Today, I'm reacting to it all. Triumphs, struggles, and moments I'd rather forget. Let's relive this incredible journey together. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey that started back when I was a kid, watching the World's Strongest Man on TV with my dad at Christmas, not realising that one day I'd become one of the World's Strongest Man greats. So far, I've competed 7 times at World's Strongest Man. Today, I'm going to look back on my performances, as well as look into what's to come in the future. So, let's get started. So my first World's Strongest Man was 2017 in Botswana, Africa. Very nervous, very anxious and very shy, competing against the likes of Eddie Hall, Hafor Bjornsson, Brian Shaw. Let's see how I do in Botswana at World's Strongest Man in 2017. Group 1, I had Brian Shaw, JF Caron, Belzak, Wolf, myself, Mark Felix. So absolute man mountains, absolute monsters I was competing against. Up on screen here, I've got a nice baby face. I'm 22 years old. It says I live in Honest, Scotland. It's changed a lot. It says I'm 6'6", quite small back then, and I'm 342 pounds. So a nice, young, fit Tom Stoltman, no facial hairs and a baby face. Anyway, first event, the load and drag. Being a very inexperienced guy, I came 6th place in this event. Hot, humid, and a boy from Scotland was very out of his depth in World's Strongest Man in 2017. Next event is the log press. I wasn't the best log presser back then, but it was outside. I'd never experienced log pressing outside. I got 3 reps. Event 3, this is where I think it all went downhill for myself. Fingal fingers. So, you know, again, I have the old arm sleeves on, an old belt, everything. It looks weird how far I've come. Anyway, this is my last event that I did. I'd never ever experienced any of this before. Didn't really lock my arms out and stuff. I just kind of used my power. And I think it was the 3rd finger or something. I kind of twisted my shoulder and I couldn't really move it at all. And I had to call it quits. But the good thing that came out of 2017 was obviously the winner was British. The winner was Eddie Hall. It was my first ever World's Strongest Man competition. I was very shy, didn't really talk much. I was just like a kid, literally, you know, looking ahead in the future then. I was saying to my wife and stuff, I was like, I've got a lot of work to do to beat the likes of Eddie Hall, Brian Shaws, the Fours. I was like, if I even get near their level, I'll be very happy. And that's definitely, you know, looking back on that, I was 22, but you know, I started strongman quite young, and being a 22-year-old to fly out to Botswana, learning from the likes of Brian Shaws, learning from the likes of Hafor, how they warmed up, how they were like eating, how they were recovering, and I was just like, whoa, I thought I was doing enough, but I clearly wasn't. So yeah, I mean, this was when obviously the Eddie Hall and Hafor beef happened. I had to fly home because I wasn't allowed to stay out there when you're injured, so it was annoying that I didn't get to be out there to actually witness it. Eddie winning World's Strongest Man in 2017 shut a lot of his kind of naysayers up and also put World's Strongest Man and Strongman back on the map for British athletes and grow every single year. So 2019, Bradenton, Florida. This is my 2nd year at World's Strongest Man. Now 24 years old, more handsome, more mature, maybe a bit of facial hair, bit taller, bit heavier. My biggest goal here was not just to turn up, it was to make the final. That was my biggest goal, but we'll talk about that later on. My group was group 3. We had the legend, Martins Lises, we had Avar Smoktstilis, myself, Mikhail Shivlikov, Eddie Williams. We had 5 events. The first event, the monster truck pull. My technique was all over the place here. I had to borrow, I don't know who it was, someone's shoes here, I couldn't remember who. They were a bit too tight for me, but I got it going very quickly at first, and I just ran out of gas. And yeah, 4th place in this, so I was pretty happy with that. This was an event that I was like not experienced on, didn't have a clue how to do it, and this is why I didn't win World's Strongest Man at this stage, because I was too lean. 2nd event, so this is one I was very happy with, the Giants medley. Frame into a yoke and then into a massive monstrous yoke, and I was very happy with the big yoke at the end. I got 2nd place, and I think the only person that beat me on that one, Martins Lises. 3rd event, car deadlift for reps. To become joint 2nd on this, I was so happy. It was very heavy. It was like 2 big quad looking bike things. A massive confidence boost for that as well. Also, a quick one on this as well. My dad was actually out watching. Yeah, it was nice to have an extra person there, obviously my wife as well. So Event 4, log press for reps. It was me versus Martins Lisa's. I got 5 reps, so I basically got 4th place, but I came joint 3rd. It was nice that my pressing power had improved as well from my last World's Strongest Man. So that gave me enough to go into an absolute epic stone off. This is the biggest goal for myself, obviously, was get to the final. That all I wanted to do in 2019 was to make history, be the first brothers to get to the final. Luke had been already through, and now it was my turn. I didn't think I'd have to do as many reps. Ivers was an absolute beast of a competitor. I'm just watching it now. It's a good memory. This is his last rep. He failed it. I pointed to the sky to my mum, and my dad was there. The nice thing about that as well was it was Father's Day on the finals, so it was nice to come in 2019, still a young kid. My dad carried Sinead there. A very, very emotional thing for the family. Obviously, my mum passing away as well, and it was nice to be able to prove to people that I belonged there, and me and Martins got to the final. Oh, I remember, so this event here, loading race. Oh, what a start to the day, and it all went downhill after that. So loading race event 1, finals first. In sand, I was able to win the first event, and I was absolutely buzzing. It gave me so much confidence to beat the likes of like Martins, Lisa's and half 4 and stuff was unbelievable. But, oh, and look at that, Tom Stoltman, first place. A massive, massive bit of confidence going into the second event, but I was absolutely buzzing with that. Second event didn't go very well for me. There's 10 people in the final. I came 5th place in the press medley. I think the biggest thing that let me down was, I think the barbell I mucked up a wee bit, but the dumbbell as well. 5th place in a field chat like that, happy enough. I didn't really expect too much from myself after getting to the final. I just wanted to have fun, so not too bad. Squat lift. Okay, World's Strongest Man do squat lifts differently. This was hellish. I was not looking forward to this. You have to squat, hit it off the sides and come up. I came joint 7th. I was 3rd place after 2 events, so this really put me down the table, but oh my days. Everyone was a grind, and it felt like I was crapping myself every lift, so, oh geez. Don't look at that. That's a Tom Stoltman, how to squat that, like, geez, oh. Anyway, 7th place there, but it is what it is, so. I was joint 5th going into the deadlift hold. This was a very bad event for me. I've always been pretty bad at these hold events. I was against my brother, and yeah, this didn't last very long for me, and this was one event that really, really mucked up on. Ended up coming 8th place, and last event, event 5 at the Stones, 3rd place. Martins List had won the title then. So the top 3 in that was Martins, Kielakowski, half 4, JF Caron, and then me. JF Caron beat me by 1 point, so 5th place at my first ever final. That gave me the confidence, all right, if I can get to the final, I can maybe get podium in 2020, I can maybe get podium in 2021, I can maybe win it 1 year. Let's see what happens in the future. 2020, Bradenton, Florida, the one that got away. This year, when I talk about this, should have been my first World's Strongest Man title. So you'll see it when I walk through, but there was one event in particular that cost me the title. It haunts me, and it always will haunt me, and we will talk about it soon. Anyway, 2020, massive, was an important step in my World's Strongest Man journey. I was going in confident, I was much bigger, had the facial hair, looked like a proper strongman, believing that I was a very big contender for at least podium, but if not to win it. My group was Alexei Novikov, Maxime Bourdieu, Trey Mitchell, and the big man Gavin Bilton. So, event 1, Farmer's Walk. It was much Farmer's Walk. You could drop at each side. I had a much more mature head. I didn't have to win every event. It was just about not dropping out the top 3, basically. So, the old trainers I've got on, geez. So, 3rd place in this event. Very, very happy with this to start the competition off with a nice and relaxing 3rd place. Look at the event 2, squat lift for repetition. The difference with this in the year before is to even still become top 3 on a squat. I know it's a group, I know it's different, but I got 8 reps. Maxine got 7. You know, it was a massive, massive squat for myself to be able to come 3rd place in that, so. Look at this. This has been coming, I didn't actually realise that this has been coming quite a common thing, consistent thing as loading race. Another 1st place, if you look back again, last year I came 1st, so very happy with this. 1st place loading race. It was a cool loading race. It was like an engines and different parts of vehicles, and I was very, very happy with how I performed in that. Very, very fast. Yeah, going into, again, this was my worst pressing event back then, the dumbbell press medley. I knew the person that was going to probably beat me here was Alexei. I thought maybe one other person, but to go in here and to come 2nd place, it was unreal. I was so, so happy with 2nd place. That just put me into contentions into going into the last event, into the stone off. So this was actually a different stone off the way they did this. So this was a stone run. It was basically the fastest stone run. So it was me versus Maxine. Yeah, I'm on the 4th stone here in 11 seconds. So I was very confident I was able to get to the final. My goal was obviously more than the final. So if I didn't get to the final, I would have been peed off. But oh, I love watching myself do stones. This is where I was getting better and better at stones. Alexei came 1st place, Tom Stoltman 2nd, And then we get to the final. The first event, the Giants medley, 5th place. I picked the anvil up and I think I actually nearly, I dropped this is the biggest mistake I could do. I dropped the anvil just before the tyre and it was devastating because I was going to be going on to a fast time, and I think if I didn't drop the anvil here, I would have started in probably top 3, but hey ho, it was a learning mistake, these things happen. Next event after that, max deadlift. So many good deadlifters here and I wasn't expecting many big things here, but I came 5th place of this. This was from the knees. I think Alexei Novikov got the world record. I got 5th place. Very cool event to be part of, and 2/5 to start the day. The keg toss was the next event. This is the event I was really looking forward to. I chucked them over like no tomorrow, didn't look back at any of them, just went berserk and ended up coming first in this, and I was very happy with this event. Very fast, 20 seconds I think it was I did all the kegs in. So yeah, Tom Stoltman 20 seconds, 0.5. Overall right now is Alexei 25, Adam Bishop 22, Karan 22, Tom Stoltman 21.5. Event for the Hercules hold. The event that probably cost me this title. I ended up coming second last, something that I've never been good at, couldn't get properly focused, and yeah, let's just skip this event because it's very nightmare. That and the first event I think probably cost me, but more this because yeah, this is so many points. I ended up only getting 2 points in this event, and I walked off very disappointed. I was thought, this is me, done. 9th place, 21 seconds, so crap. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that, let's move on. Jeff, Karan 32, Alexei 32, Bishop 27, Bishop 26, me 23.5. So I knew I had to do something big in the next 2 events. Event 5, log ladder. Something that I'd really been working on was this event. I think I was out by myself and I did all the logs in the quickest time, and I ended up coming first in that event, and I was very happy. JF lost a lot of points in that event, so it ended up being Alexei on top with 40, 36 was Jerry Pritchett, JF Karan was 34, and I was 33.5, going into the Atlas Stones. Oh, big Tom Stoltman in the Atlas Stones. The curly hair, the beard, he's against JF Karan, he loads 1, time to beat is 28 seconds, he loads 2, he loads 3, he loads 4, he loads the last stone to make it 19.89 seconds, he points to the heavens. Alexei Novikov 47 points, Tom Stoltman 43 points, JF Karan 42. Well done Alexei Novikov, an absolutely amazing competitor and amazing guy. I love this man. If I had come 3rd place or above in the Hercules hold, I would have won the World's Strongest Man title. And if I didn't drop the anvil at the start, so obviously I came 5th with the anvil, if I'd come 3rd, 2nd, 1st, which I probably would have if I didn't drop it, I would have won the title. So yeah, it was very frustrating. That was my mistakes that cost me that title in 2020. I was raging in the end. When I left that competition, I knew that I was the strongest man in the world. I knew that in 2021, I just had to train hard, cut the mistakes out, and I would be the best in the world. That's when I realised that, right, I can win this. And I was very hungry for it, because that 2020 really pissed me off because it was my mistakes. Anyway, going in to 2021, Sacramento, California. 2021 was special for so many reasons. Keep watching and I'll reveal why. Yeah, so I was Group 2 for World's Strongest Man 2021. It was me, Trey Mitchell, Mark Felix, Evan Singleton, and Hansen from Sweden. We started off very consistent with an event, with a loading race. Event 1 loading race, going in no holds bar, and felt very good at this one. Second event was deadlift for reps, as again here, joint 1st place. Train push, 3rd place in this. Very cool event, push an old like steam train thing, and I've got the proper curly hair and proper beard now. 4th event, overhead medley, maybe a wee mistake or 2, but 3rd place again. Wow, pickaxe hold, I don't usually do good in any of these hold events, but I came 3rd place. So then I was going into stone off against Mark Felix, got to the last stone. Mark, I don't think could load it over. Yeah, I got through to my 2nd consecutive final. First event of the final in 2021 was very special. It was myself versus Luke. I wasn't letting Luke beat me. Giants medley, yoke, into frame. I won this event, and what a start to the final. Giants medley, 1st place. Tom, the Albatross Stoltman. This is my time. Yeah. Second event, Titans turntable. This is one I've still watched back to this day. This is where I was very, very proud of myself. I got myself psyched up at the back, thinking of my mum and just, if the pain was there, just keep going. And I got faster and faster as I went round. I think I absolutely smoked this event. I was so, so proud of myself. First place. You could see after, when I was getting to the end here, I was just exhausted, but letting out a nice, yeah. Going into the keg toss, event 3, I was in a very good position. Yeah, I ended up coming second place in this. Yeah, Brian Shaw, I think, got the world record that year. Yeah, this was a very weird one for me. Matt's log riff, joint 8th place. I don't know what happened to me here. 170 did, 185 I done. Yeah, failed the 195, which was a bit of a annoying bit for me. Then I really had to start getting myself turned on for the next event. It's a good thing about it that the other people around me were dropping points as well. So we move on to event 5, the deadlift. Joint 6th. Again, another my deadlifts weren't the best as a lot of people in this field, but you know, 6th place, I didn't lose too many points around the people below me, so it was good enough for myself. I was obviously first. It was me versus Brian Shaw for the title in 2021. I was crapping myself here because I'd never ever been in this position before. I felt like a wee kid again. I was like, I need to beat him, and one motion in each one. I was always one ahead of Brian Shaw. Got to the 4th event, one motioned it, and I was like, right, 5th one, let's do it. Boom, onto the lap. Put it up, turned right around, and I was like, 20 seconds, Tom Stoltman, the world strongest man. Luke came over, hugged me. I had beaten one of the greats of the game. Shared the moment with Luke, straight onto FaceTime with my wife. She was watching it on FaceTime on her phone. It was an unbelievable moment. It was one of the best moments of my life to be able to, you know, start 2017 as a young kid at World Strongest Man, out of my depth, to then 2019 get to the final. 2020, knew I was the strongest man in the world, just missed out. I kept saying that every single day, prepping for 2021. To execute it how I did and to win was unbelievable. My mum would have been watching. It was, yeah, one of the best moments of my life. Something that I never ever thought would be possible to do myself, but to be able to do that was very special. Goosebumps, a massive party afterwards, and I didn't ever want to forget that moment. I still watch this moment because this is the moment I think that changed my life with strongman. To beat one of the greats, and you know, Brian Shaw is an amazing guy, but to beat one of the greats and to do it like that was very, very special. So yeah, I was very happy. It gives me goosebumps watching this right now. 2022, I came back to Sacramento to claim my title, to make sure it wasn't a fluke, with some new tricks up my sleeves. Keep watching to hear more. 2022, Group 1 was myself, Kevin Fairs, Gabriel Rahum, I don't know if I said that right, sorry, Ivor Smokstellis, Andy Black and Manuel Angulo. I didn't realise the consistency of loading races for myself. Number 1 again, even more of a beard. Loading race, first event win. Second event in the qualifier, deadlift ladder. Began my deadlift to improve big time. It was like playing hot potato folk. I remember this, it was so hot, I just wanted to get it done. All deadlift bars done. First place in the group again. Nice and easy, nice and spicy. Third event in, the car walk. And again, I was improving my yoke, trying to improve these kind of events as well. And 2022 car walk, first place, boom, 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 I want you in my room. 3 first place. Log lift, event 4, I was improving my log lift big time because I was pissed with it in 2021. Had the pit vipers on, outside, looking like a massive badass, yeah. First place in the log lift. So in event 5, all I needed to do was pick up the wrecking ball. And the good thing is I absolutely hate heights. Skip out the stone off for the first time ever in my career, and yeah, perfecto. So this year, I actually only won 1 event, but this is where I go about consistency. This is where Mitchell Hooper came out, and we had his first glimpse of Mitchell Hooper, but this was the Giants medley, second place in this event. I loved this event. I had made a wee mistake on this event. I didn't start off as fast. Yeah, I went backwards on the yoke, what an idiot. But anyway, second place. And we went on then to car deadlift. Another consistent performance of second place. Third event, the Flintstone lift. Never been seen in a comp before. We all got 498, me, Alexi and Martin Lisa's. Event 4, bus pull, something that I really had to get better at. Thankfully, I did get better at this. Top 3 in the bus pull. At this stage, Alexei Novikov was winning, but I think this is where he went balls to the wall and really kind of gassed himself out. But bus pull, nice and steady, nice and good. Power stairs, I was confident. I knew that I was better than this at like Alexei and other people, so I just had to be no mistakes, and I was happy enough to come second. I wanted to win it, but second place for myself is a very good place to be. Maxine won this, Tom Stoltman second. Alexei dropped points, so I took over, so I was a point ahead of Alexei going into the final event, which was at the Stones. Whoever won this would win the World's Strongest Man. This was the first time I'd experienced a run-in as well, so it was nice to run in with the Stones, go absolute berserker with them, and fortunately, I regained the title of World's Strongest Man in front of my wife. Ha yeah, champion again, away, away. Champion again, away, away. Champion again. You know, I won by such a big margin because, like I said before, consistency. That's what I learned going through the years of World's Strongest Man is don't always go for the wins. Keep in the top three. As long as you come third, second, or first, you've got the best chance of winning. 2023, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I was obviously gunning for my third title in a row. A big mistake for me, I took some time off. I didn't feel, the first event in the qualifier, I felt really sluggish. You know, I had the likes of like Pavlo, Bobby Thompson, Janassia and Pal Dwyer in my group, so I went on to that. Second place in the event one. Deadlift, joint second. Again, my deadlift's getting better every year, so it was nice to get a top two in that event. Event three, the pressing power was going up. Log ladder, first again in that one, so I was very happy with that. The thing that really got me was a Conan's wheel. So a Conan's wheel, I think I only done it twice, and this is when I came last place in this. My hands came off. I was doing it with my belly, and I was like, oh. Kettlebell toss, third place. This was a new event as well. This was actually quite hard. I kind of struggled with the kettlebell toss a bit, but you know, top three in that, and then I had to do it the hard way. Go on to the stone off against Bobby Thompson. We got to, I think it was the third or fourth stone, and unfortunately Bobby got injured, so I got to another final. This is what a stupid of a Tom Stoltman. Me versus Mitchell, first event, shield carry, second place. I thought I'd done enough. I went off flying. I knew that I was one of the best in the world in shield carry. I should have just kept going till I was balls to the wall. Mitchell, I didn't really know much about Mitchell then. He was a fighter, and I thought, oh, he's not gonna make it. Yeah, he did. I just dropped it like an absolute idiot. I went number one. Mitchell Hooper kept going and going and going and going. Fair play to him, because he battled through that. So that was a stupid mistake by me to even drop that. Deadlift, oh, my deadlift was down here. It was sixth place in the deadlift. I was absolutely raging with myself. I think this is the event that gave me no hope of winning the title, because the rest of the events were pretty consistent, but yeah, sixth place on the deadlift. Never take so much time off again. We move on to finger fingers. Thankfully I came first at that. This is when I gained a bit of ground on Mitchell Hooper. Max Dumbbell, a big shot for myself, third place. I think I got the British record. Hooper won that outright in the end. Yeah, we won't say anything about lockouts and stuff, but it is what it is. Bass Pool, second place. Again, I'm getting better at Bass Pools every year. Third place last year. Before this, second place now. So yeah, very happy with that. Again, training consistently on this really pays off. Going to the Atlas Stones. Mitchell Hooper couldn't really lose this now, so I came first in the Atlas Stones, came second place. Mitchell Hooper was the guy that was on everybody's lips. He took my title off me, but the thing is, when you lose something, you want it back even more. And when I lost that, I was hurt, I was angry, and I was like, right, it's gone missing to a country that it doesn't want to be in. It wants to come back home where it belongs, where it's been for over 700 days. And it was my job for the next year after the 2023 World's Strongest Man to get my head down, to get my ass up, and to really show that I can come back and win something that I've lost. 2024 World's Strongest Man, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's just been on, so guys, it's pretty fresh in everybody's memory. My trophy went missing in a place called Canada. I was so determined to do everything possible to get that back, and yeah, thankfully I did, and I became the three-time champion. There's no cheat code for me winning World's so many times. I think it's just when it comes to World's Strongest Man, when I hear that, for me, like everybody's saying, oh, you're only good at one trick pony. The people that say that one trick pony have never won the World's Strongest Man, haven't won many titles, but also a lot of like people on the outside, like fans and stuff, say, if I said to someone, you can, in 5 years time, you can become the World's Strongest Man, or you can become an Arnold Strongman champion, everybody would say the World's Strongest Man. Everybody knows what it is. You get so many opportunities, and it's the pinnacle of the sport. It's like going into football and going, I want to win the Scottish Cup. I don't want to win the Champions League. Bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Like, you want to win the biggest trophies, even for World's Strongest Man, doesn't get live streamed, it's still not that. It's still the biggest trophy you can win in strongman. That's why when people like go to Britain's Strongest Man or Europe's or whatever, they're like, I'm wanting to qualify for odds, that's my goal. World's Strongest Man, my goal. Arnold's not my goal, World's Strongest Man is. It's the thing that gets the most coverage, it's the thing that not just hardcore strongman fans know, but the people that are just day-to-day people know about it all. So yeah, that's why when I lost that title, I was like, I'm getting this back. It belongs to me. It's the biggest title you can win in strongman, and I want that back. And anyway, it was nice to get it back. It was nice to work harder than anybody else. It was nice to go in there 100%, to have healthy hands, to have healthy legs, to have healthy everything. We're going to talk about the World's Strongest Man all-time list from 1977 to 2024. In order of most wins, it's Marius Puskanossi 5 times, John Paul Sigmarsson 4, Magnus van Magnussen 4, Sardrunas Savickas 4, Brian Shaw 4, Bill Kazmaier 3, Tom Stoltman 3. So when you look at that list, I am the only active strongman left out of all them. There's no way that any of these guys can win any more titles. And for me, it's like, you know, I'm 30 years old, so I need to win one more title to be joint second greatest World's Strongest Man competitor of all time. I need to win 6 to be the outright best World's Strongest Man competitor of all time. The difference of that list now is I'm the only active one. It's all in my court to do that. You know, I look at that list now, I didn't realise I forgot how many people were on 4. Let's see, one more, and that bumps my name up, and then I only have to get past one more name. I'm very confident I can do it. Like I said, I think when you're the only active guy left on that list, it's much easier. You know, we've got the likes of like Novikov 1-1, Mitchell Hooper 1-1, but I don't think they'll ever win 3, 4 or 5. I just think you have to be, I just think it's really, really hard to do. I obviously, Mitchell Hooper 1-1, he came back and he didn't get his title back again. So yeah, I think right now I'm the best active World's Strongest Man competitor there is, and I've proved that with the titles, and you see the list that I'm on. And I'll ask the audience, right, I'll ask everybody watching, how many times do you think I can win it? With that list you've seen, with me being the only active guy, how many times do you think I can win it? Pop your number in the comments and let me see how many people think I can win it 6 times, how many people think I'm going to win it 5, how many people think I can win it 4, how many people think I'll never win it again. Hope you enjoyed that wee insight of me, the World's Strongest Man journey. I forgot some of those videos. I've changed a lot in some of them videos. It's nice to look back a wee bit and see how my progression has come. I've not really stalled. It's been all progression through the World's Strongest Man. It's going to be all progression now throughout the rest of my strongman career. Thank you guys for watching. Like we said, put in the comments how many times you think I'm going to win World's Strongest Man. We will see you for the next one. Stay safe, smile, stay spicy. Have a great day. Keep smiling. Boom.